welcome Captain Joseph Murphy, a professor of marine transportation at Mass Maritime Academy, and happy dad of Shane, Captain Shane Murphy.
Well, thank you for being here. On behalf of my family, Shane's mother, Marianne, his wife, Serena, his two sons, Dylan and Jason, and his two brothers, David and Kellen, we'd like to thank a few people. Unfortunately, this is going to appear a bit scripted, but we have a lot of people to thank, and I didn't want to leave anybody out. First of all, I'd like to thank God for answering our prayers. He's given us the best Easter present any family could ever get. We got our son back. I'd like to thank the Obama administration and Maersk Lines Limited for their professionalism in handling this situation. I'd also like to thank and take particular thanks for the men and women of the U.S. military who continue to ensure the safety of our son and Captain Phillips. There's been a tremendous outpouring of support from American citizens and, in fact, citizens from around the world, and we're most thankful for that. I'd like to thank Senators Ted Kennedy, Senator Kerry, and the Massachusetts Congressional Delegation, as well as Mass Senate President Terry Murray, who took the time personally to call our family and express their concerns. We really appreciate it. Finally, I'd like to thank Captain Phillips and his family for his courage and his personal sacrifice. He's made tremendous sacrifice for his crew, just incredible courage. We're very, very thankful. He's done everything that he could possibly do, and he has saved our son. So we want to thank him. We know the difficulties that the Phillips family is going through, and we continue to support them. We believe that Captain Phillips will survive this situation. We want him to know that he has the support of all of us, the American people and people around the world. We appreciate his courage. We know that he will survive because he will never give up. At this moment, personally, as a family, we'd like to say that we are truly proud to be Americans. Thank you very much.
Have you spoken with your son, sir? Did you get in a brief phone call with him?
Yes, we did.
Can you share just a bit? First words.
He said, "Dad, this has been unbelievable." And he said, the facts will be known very soon. He said he couldn't speak about anything. In fact, he didn't even know what the plans were, so he really couldn't answer those questions.
What did you say to him?
Well, I said this is going to be a tough sea story to overcome. He's got a great sea story here.
Any word of when they'll be able to come off the ship and hopefully head home?
First of all, let me say this is an ongoing security situation. It's now a crime scene investigation, so it would be inappropriate for us to comment. And quite frankly, as I told you before, he really didn't have any information, couldn't tell us.
How proud you must be of him to have had to take over the helm at a time like this. What do you think that must have been like for him?
Well, you know, I think every captain who's commanded a vessel remembers their first command, the first day of their first command and their first challenge. I just can't imagine the memories that he's going to have taking over in, under fire as it was, and it's the way it should be. He's done a good job.
And how hard do you think it would be, for him to have left his captain behind?
Well, he did mention that. And thank you for mentioning that. He said that the crew was very disappointed that they had to leave the captain behind. They realized that by doing so they were following orders and perhaps doing what was best in his case. They are very concerned about his safe return, and I'm sure if asked they would immediately go back on scene and rescue him if possible.
What are your thoughts about the amazing connections between this academy, your son, Captain Phillips, and presumably the benefits that all of the crew members are enjoying because of their education here?
Well, we train professional mariners of the highest order. This institution takes their fiduciary responsibilities, their parentis locus responsibilities very seriously. We're very proud of the young men and women who graduate from this school, and I think it's evidenced today by the effort, the professionalism, the courage of these young people in a situation that none of us would really ever want to have to be in.
Captain, was your son older? I would imagine he's exhausted.
Yeah, I guess he hadn't had any sleep for 36 to 40 hours. He certainly didn't get his mandatory 8-hour rest period.
Thinking about what your son and the rest of the crew have escaped and what Captain Phillips still faces, can you give us a sense for your thoughts with respect to Captain Phillips's family in contrast to those that the feelings that your family has now?
Well, my family, of course, has had a tremendous burden removed from our chest. We know that our son is safe. We know that the crew is safe, and we're very thrilled with that. However, in the first moments of this incident, when we realized the magnitude and the danger involved, my family came together and, we progressed mutually among ourselves with support and so forth. I'm very impressed with the way that the Phillips family has handled this situation. Mrs. Phillips is under incredible pressure, and our hearts go out to them.
Any thoughts on how this situation is so serious in that these pirates have attacked so many ships? And I guess it was a kind of a revelation to most people worldwide that there were as many hostages from other ships held by these pirates, and how big of an international situation this is and could be.
Well, and I think we have to thank the press for that. The fact that they chose an American ship was a wake-up call for people here in the United States and around the world. And if there's any residual benefit from it, hopefully we get Captain Phillips out alive, it is that something is going to have to be done about this.
Captain, as political debates will continue on this topic, what do you think should be done to prevent these types of acts?
This is my opinion, and I think the comments that I've heard from Secretary Clinton are most appropriate, that it's going to take a worldwide response, unification of forces under a single command to provide coverage over a major portion of the ocean or major portion of the Indian Ocean.
How do you feel as a father, knowing that Shane trained to, deal with pirates and also taught other mariners how to deal with pirates, and now, he was in that situation himself? How do you feel as a father, just knowing that he was sort of able to face what he's prepared for and, do so well with the situation?
Well, I think I've said it before, but that's Murphy's Law, and it's a prime example of it. I will say this, though. Shane clearly knew what the risks were, and I believe